Jocelyn.
What's up, guys? I'm Lance.
Kiana.
And I'm Josh.
And this is Chapter 9, Active Reading and Annotation.
Hey, what's up, guys? Reading is something that every college student does every day, whether we want to do it or not. But do you ever really understand what you're reading, or do you just do it to get by? I know I do. So today, me and my classmates are going to give you guys some tips on what not to do and what to do on annotation. You ready? Let's go.
What's medieval monk syndrome? Medieval monk syndrome is when an annotation is the text copied almost word for word, and we don't want to do that because that's copying and plagiarism. That's bad.
Hey guys, what's going on? HCC, and here to talk another piece about annotation, active reading, all that good stuff. And you know, one of the things that doesn't really get mentioned, almost at all really, but I think I should add in, because annotation is about specific key things. Sometimes when you read through things, you're gonna miss things, you know? Everybody does. Helicopter in the background. But specifically, I wanna add a little excerpt, a little side note in here. People with disabilities who have a harder time understanding and learning how to read, they don't learn the same way that most everybody does. So you gotta find a way to help them out, take your time, break it down, so that they can keep up in the class and they can learn as well as you can, you know? And if you befriend one, whatever, that's cool. So, obviously talking to an advisor is a really good idea, but when it comes to annotation, first of all, you wanna know your place. You wanna know, where you're going and what buildings are which. Don't get the letters confused, because there's all kind of problems like that. Really hard, always keep a map on you. But when you're studying math, language, whatever, just highlight key points, keep your notes organized. I mean, not everybody's got the best notes. I know I don't. I really don't keep the best note takes, but just keep key points, Try to memorize, go back over your notes, and excuse me. And honestly, you just want to make sure that everything stays organized, Try to keep everybody's got their own method. Find the method that works for you, that works best, hello. And just keep each, a folder for each section, folder for math, folder for language, so on and so forth. So when it comes to annotation, obviously math's not the best example. It's just about the head, really truly, the subtitles, the main titles, that kind of thing, and the key points. And it's the words usually italicized or the bold words, the ones that pop out. Those are gonna be the key points which help you remember what the main paragraph is about. And then that with the main title and subtitle and then closing statement. And really, if you can remember those key points, you can get an overall good basis and you should be good to go. So, until next time, catch y'all around. Dale.
Alright guys, check this out. Respiratory syndrome. Respiratory syndrome is whenever you don't have enough information and you're not using it in any details and you're lacking complete thoughts. So basically, when you're writing or reading whatever text that you're using, you always want to make sure you highlight the text important words that you need, because if you don't have it, you won't know what you're going to be studying for, and you're basically just coloring whatever you're coloring. So you always want to make sure you color and have important details in case you have to study for a test or a quiz that's due the next day. Check this out. Why should we annotate? It's always good to annotate the text because you never know what's going to be on the test. You don't want to highlight everything because you're just going to look like a kid coloring a coloring book, and we all know we passed that grade level already.
A long time ago.
So you want to just make sure you have key points, everything highlighted to make sure that you're prepared for the test, because like I said, you're just going to look ridiculous, with a highlight, being a college student with a colored book, and, your professor's going to look at you like you're crazy, so.
Anyways, picking up from where he's dropping the ball, but I'm catching the ball, throwing it at me. Keep you from becoming apathetic. That's what you don't want to become. You don't want to become lazy, because if you read too much, you're just reading to get through it, and basically you're just gonna drown in the words, and everything's gonna become a blur. You don't want to do that. So what you want to do is to galvanize into action.
It's a big word.
There you go. One of the key words there, vocab word there for the test. But anyways, to galvanize and get yourself going, read it in sections. And taking a highlighter, taking a colored pen or whatever you use, italicized words, bold words, main titles, subheadings, key points, bullet points, whatever, there's bullet points, highlight those, and anything that really stands out from the paragraph, because those will be your key crucial points you'll want to use that will help you take better notes, it'll help you organize better, it'll help you study and learn better, and it will help you do better for your upcoming test, quiz, essay, whatever you got coming up next. And that's what's up.
Okay, some students want to know how to develop proficiency for annotating. When students when they first start annotating, they worry that the information they wrote down is not as accurate as it should be. So that makes you worry about, oh, how am I going to look back on my annotations and study for it? I suggest you keep practicing at it, and practice makes perfect. And as you keep practicing, the better you get at it. And the better you get at it, the better you'll annotate.
Okay, how can you study to avoid becoming apathetic? I suggest you, whatever you're studying, just make it into a song if you like music, or make it into like a stupid little game if you like games. You could really do anything that you like as long as it's entertaining for you. You could watch it during every you could study during every commercial break. Whatever really you find entertaining, do it so you can study better and you can remember it.
Students might ask is, what if your textbook already has information annotated in the margin? If the textbook already has definitions or key ideas in the margin, then you should definitely read the information in the margin over again so it makes sense to you. And sometimes textbooks, they don't paraphrase the definition, they just restate it. So when the textbook restates the definition, if it doesn't make sense to you, say it in your own words so it makes a lot more sense to you so you can go back and study on it. Just make sure you know both the definition and what you wrote down. Okay, how to annotate properly. If you want to annotate properly, you must think before you write. Be sure all your annotations are accurate and they are precise, and make sure they are all complete. And also make sure you write your annotations in your own words and not straight from the book, so you can better understand what you wrote down and study it later. And if you have a hard time understanding the information that you are trying to annotate, then maybe another student or even you can ask your professor for help.
Alright, what does apathetic mean?
Apathetic means to show apathy. Apathy, I believe apathy is like sympathy.
No.
That's not the right definition.
No.
What is apathy?
Apathetic, not apathy.
Yeah, but to be apathetic, you're showing apathy.
What?
It means you're showing sympathy.
It's like a lack of not emotion. Well, I guess emotion. Like you're not really feeling it.
Oh, you're without sympathy. So you're without emotion. Okay, I get it. Because that is without. Yes, I guess. My bad.
We're kind of on the same page, I guess.
Whatever.
All right, thanks. Like, what's apathetic mean? You don't know?
No.
You said something about food. Apathetic, appetite, yeah. So what does apathetic really mean? You seriously don't know what it means?
So Dad, do you annotate?
Of course I annotate. On my job, I annotate every day. Annotation is when you comment, you want to come back and find out what you wrote down, provide sticky points, discussion points, and things of that nature. So you annotate all the time, especially when you're doing presentations, so you can come back and see if you can get to those points again and use them again. So yes, annotation is very important.
All right.
I think Josh is having a seizure, guys. wrong with that?
Go, put it back on. Take two.
It's the worst DJ ever. And you don't know how good it feels to call you my food. There goes my pizza. Just love and then cheese toppings. Ooh, crust. Look at you.
You cut right through. He was doing this thing, you had to go in the middle.